Hey everyone, it's Dr. Jory and welcome to the Hybrid Health Podcast. Each week I bring in some of the best minds in health and fitness, and I utilize my 20 years experience in this field to help you live a better, healthier life. If you like this show, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and leave me a comment. My guest today is Will McCammick, Level 3 personal trainer here in downtown Toronto, Good Life Fitness. We discuss his accent, where is he from, his philosophy of training. He gives some tips. We talk about the 33 interesting gym characters. I go on a health rant about fish. We also discuss random injuries, and we check in, as usual, with Dr. Stefan from Botswana. Enjoy the show. My guest today is Will McCammick. Thanks for joining me today.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Good.
So obviously you're from Australia, judging by your accent.
Well, it might. That's not even a good accent.
Where are you from with that accent?
I am from Northern Ireland.
Ah,
But what most people will know is Belfast. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a huge U2 fan. That's my connection to Ireland. And my green eyes actually come from Ireland too, which I should be finding out soon as I get the results of my DNA test. So I'm going to find out how much Irish I have. Maybe it's just a tiny bit, but
You only need a little.
I think there's a little.
You only need a little.
I think there's some Emerald Isle in me.
There probably is.
So let's start by telling the listeners and our audience what got you into personal training.
So I guess I started training whenever I was 18, whenever I was playing rugby at the time. I just wanted to get a little bit bigger so that I could be competitive on the field. A couple of injuries had sidelined the rugby aspect for me, so...
Going to interrupt you right there. What kind of injuries?
So my second last game, I popped my left shoulder out going in for a tackle, like so, and I broke my eye socket on my right side.
Oh,
so
nice one.
Got a nice scar there, and my eye drips down just a
Whoa.
little bit. So it took about 6 to 8 weeks to recover from that. I went back for one game and didn't have the confidence to make any big tackles, so I called it a day after that. So
Right.
by that sort of stage, I'd already watched Pump and Iron probably
Nice.
200 times.
Arnold
so,
Spall.
Got to shock the muscle.
so I decided that I was going to train to get bigger, and I competed in a couple of different bodybuilding shows, and my love for that was undeniable from then. So like it's just training. I just love to train. So
Well, you can tell.
yes, thank you. So at that stage I was doing serving work. I was working in a bar and nightclub, and then I thought about doing some personal training, and my family and stuff at that time said to go for it. So here I am, it's about 5 years later, and I have been training people ever since. And since I moved to Canada, this is a great place to be in Toronto at Good Life to have a good business, so that's why I'm here.
Right on. So how long then have you been in Toronto, let's say?
Almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. So.
Now we are getting close to Cabana Pool Bar.
Oh yeah.
That was a joke.
that's a
we
private
shared.
joke.
We shared. Be like, shouldn't you be like Cabana?
Oh, well, you work everything.
Maybe they could
wraps.
sponsor the podcast. for
Well,
us.
here, what's a business opportunity you can look at?
Now you've been here training at Good Life in downtown Toronto,
Yeah.
and do you have a certain segment that you like to train?
I suppose what I kind of really enjoy to do is taking people who don't maybe have as much confidence whenever they're coming into the gym, or maybe they are slightly self-conscious and they don't want to hurt themselves, they don't want to mess up. So like I think that, I guess with my stupid personality, that I can make those people have fun, and that we can teach them, how to move better and how to feel better and how to eat a little bit better as well. So I kind of like watching people's confidence grow in that aspect. Now I do have some people who are more intense trainers, and I love doing that as well. Some people that you can really push, but I just enjoy working with people who want to have fun in the gym and get better at what they're doing. So I love that.
Right. Now I was reading your bio, that we have a bio board outside my office here, and I saw that you were saying that you were skinny.
Yeah.
And you were like 140 pounds.
Yeah.
So you used to look like me. That's my weight. So I.
Well, it's 6
look.
foot.
Here's the transformation
This
right here. I used to look, you used to look like this, and now you look like this.
Like
so
that.
see, it can be done through hard work.
It can be done. It's took me many years to get here, but it can be done.
All right. Well, speaking of building muscle and working out, people who have seen any of the previous episodes have heard about the 33 interesting gym characters that I wrote a blog post about a while ago, so I call it blog post. Now, we got up to number 20 last time, so now we're going to go on from number 21 to number 30, and then we'll finish it off after that. So I see you looking ahead there. So, number 21, these are interesting gym characters that you may come across in any gym, anywhere that you go. Okay, number 21 is the loud listener. It might be the same person as you hear on the morning commute blasting tunes out their headphones at ridiculous volume. This is pretty self-explanatory.
Well, yeah. I've seen a lot of those people. Now, what I'll say is the Beats headphones that everybody has.
Yes.
You don't hear them just
Beats
as much.
by Dre.
Yeah. So
expensive.
We plug.
Yeah, looking for sponsorship from Beats. They got money.
Yeah,
they can spend it.
Like, you don't hear too much from those guys anymore, but yeah, sometimes you can hear some crazy volumes.
Yeah. All right, number 22 is the singer. So it could be the same as number 21, but singing out loud to their tunes.
Not recommended.
Yeah.
Even if you are good with your voice.
Usually not
everybody wants to
not a
listen
good
to that.
move there, especially when there's already music playing outside.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're singing. Your singing is not matching the music. Number 23, this one, of course, everyone has seen this. It's the muscle head. Yes. No description necessary. Fanny pack optional. Yeah. Are you a fan of the fanny pack?
I would say I have not adopted that style yet.
Not yet.
Cabana is coming up.
Yes.
And there is potential. Who knows?
Okay.
You don't really need a fanny pack in the gym, I don't think.
Unless you want to carry your steroids in it.
Unless you're Hulk Hogan.
Yes. Or Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan does like the fanny pack.
He can do it.
I just can't get past the look of the fanny pack. Anyway. Number 24, we have seen a lot of this. The poor technique person. Usually puts a little extra oomph into an exercise. Think of someone doing a bicep curl isolation exercise by putting their whole body into it.
Sometimes it's like a Thriller. It's like doing like the worm,
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well. And that's why they should turn to you for some advice. Okay, number 25 is the favorite body part person. Does one exercise or body part 80% of the time. Therefore, that body part tends to be 80% larger proportionately than the rest of the body. Think of the bench press president, the bicep brute, the lunge lover, or the ab freak.
Do not do this, because if you have just biceps, you will look stupid.
Yes.
And you will be at a higher risk for injury as well.
Plus,
you must train every body part in your body.
Plus, the tricep takes up more volume than the bicep. So if you want larger arms, pump those triceps.
If you want larger arms, speak to me.
Exactly. Look at these 24-inch pythons.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan's got nothing.
That's right. Number 26 is the germaphobe. That's self-explanatory.
So, yeah, I never really knew too much about these guys until I moved here. Back in Ireland, our gym was bodybuilding and powerlifting and rugby. No one really cared if there was sweat on the machine. That was normal. You were there to work hard. Now, when I came here, there was people, like, even if the machine is clean, they give it an extra clean.
They still give it a wipe.
Spray everything all over the place. But,
And the spray,
okay.
I would say the spray is usually not the best chemicals either.
Probably not.
So probably not great to be spraying it all over the place.
I think as long as they wipe it, they feel good about it.
Yes.
You know.
All right, number 27 is the mirror monitor. Enjoys seeing their body reflected in different positions and profiles. Now I do this a
You
little
gotta
bit.
check yourself out a
it
couple
does
times.
help sometimes to motivate you.
It does.
You know, I can think of doing tricep kickbacks.
Yeah.
If you see the nice little V in there, it
That's
just
gonna
helps
push you on a little
motivate
bit,
you.
yep. There has to be something said for checking yourself out to look at your form and just to see like overall development, but you don't need to spend 10 seconds in between every single set taking pictures on your phone.
Yes. Or you do see some people who will actually be flexing, you know, kind of
If you're
posing.
doing a bodybuilding competition, you have to do it, so you guys are okay.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say we can make exceptions for that. Right? Plus, I don't want them to beat me up. So, yeah, go ahead and do it.
What's
It's
a
okay.
fanny pack?
Yes. Beat me to death with a fanny pack. And then we have number 28 is the pickup artist.
Yeah.
Trolls the gym floor, usually approaching potential dates with, how's your workout going? Quickly escalating questions upwards to, could I get your number?
It happens, you know, and
Not that there's anything wrong with
There's
that.
nothing wrong with
as long
that,
as you're
but-
not creeping the people out, right?
I'm not a professional at this, but like I will say, some girls do not think that they're in the best place when they're sweaty with a hat on
Right.
to meet people, so they're probably here just to work out. But you could say hello a couple of times and then build it up that way, I guess.
Yeah.
And then who knows, if they think you're nice, then
Roland and
You're
I were talking about that with the women who have the hats on,
Yes.
pulled down, you know, Beats by Dre on.
Usually
They're
I would
probably
think
just
that
wanting to stick to
that's
their
probably,
workout.
That's probably a
sign.
sign.
All right, we have number 29 is the bookworm, and that is defying the laws of physics by reading small print War and Peace while bouncing up and down on the elliptical or treadmill. This person may also blaze through a few pages in between sets of weights.
See this with the paper, usually newspaper. Respect, I could not do that.
It's hard to do.
I think that I don't get motion sickness, but I guess I would if I did that.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand, the small print while you're on the treadmill. Like, that's got to be hard to get your gaze
That's, you
on
know,
there, but
multitasking.
to each their own. If you can do it, then
okay.
feel free. Yeah, and I also want to make the claim, I've said this each time we've done this segment, that we're not making fun here. We're celebrating all these different people.
There are different
And
people.
I fall into some of these categories too, and I'm sure you do too. So everybody has their own thing.
Each to their own. As long as you're not going to injure yourself or anybody else, I
Yeah.
think it's probably okay.
I don't know if you saw in a previous one, I was saying that I tend to be the same shirt wearer. So I
Okay.
always have the same shirt on while I work out, which can sometimes
Well, do
lead
you
to
wash
a
it?
smelly person.
Well, yes.
But I do try and wash it,
Well,
yes.
that's there. You're one step above those guys.
All right, so we've got one more today, and it is the inappropriate dresser. Okay, wears jeans when doing squats and leg extensions. May even rock a turtleneck on the treadmill or cowboy boots on the stepper.
No, I can't say that I have had a client arrive in dress, shoes, and jeans for a session, and I told them that unless they changed, they could not work out. I don't think that it is sensible to work out in this. So what ended up happening is I got clothes from the lost and found.
Oh, yes.
And he was lucky enough to wear no shoes and probably pants that were 2 sizes too big. But bring your clothes to the gym, please.
Good advice. Now, the thing that got me on that one, the inappropriate dresser, was back, I worked at Union Station Good Life for almost 10 years, and there was a gentleman there who would wear he'd have bike shorts on, and then he had like a fluorescent orange, yellow, or green belly shirt.
Nice.
So the shirt went down to here, so his midriff was exposed. He also had all kinds of tiny little tattoos. He wore sunglasses while he worked out.
Hero.
He also had like playing rugby, you probably had those water carriers where you could put like 6 water bottles in. He would bring one of those. So I don't know what he had to drink, but he had lots of options,
He was
let's
just
say.
having a great time.
And he also had the poor technique, so he would like slam the weights all over the place, and he'd do, the
he was just
crazy. Yeah, and
he was just
I
killing
got thinking that maybe he thinks everyone else looks strange. That he's got it figured out, and everyone else looks strange. But I actually enjoyed having him at the gym because it was one of those things that you just can't not look and wonder what's going on there.
You gotta have some comic relief.
Yeah, so I miss him. So if you're out there, come to the 137 Young and let's see
what you got.
Let's see you work out here because I do miss you. Our next segment that we're going to do is the Dr. Stefan from Botswana. So I'm going to open up another sponsorship opportunity here for WhatsApp. Because that's how he's sending me his deep thoughts with Dr. Stefan. So, Dr. Stefan from Botswana says, "Hey, Dr. Jory, a lot of people by default assume that laziness causes obesity. While inactivity very likely does contribute to weight gain, there is now stronger evidence pointing the other direction. The hormonal changes associated with diet-induced obesity tend to cause decreased activity in rodent studies. The hormones leptin and dopamine seem to play an important role in this process. So next time you catch yourself thinking your coworker is fat because he is lazy, think twice. Maybe he is lazy because he is fat."
Oh. Way.
Interesting.
What was this?
Yeah, so that's Deep Thoughts with Stefan. Thanks for that. How about this? What kind of tunes do you like to listen to when you work out? Or do you even listen to tunes while you work out?
I like music. I like to listen to music so I can relax and also get into it. So my type of music is very heavy metal.
Yes!
So
that's good to work out to.
The only thing I have on my phone is metal, or at least some kind of heavy rock.
Okay, tell me some metal that you listen to that's like from the 90s ish.
Metallica.
Good.
Megadeth, Pantera.
Yeah. So I'm not huge into all of that, but I do delve a little in there for my workouts.
I listen to most. I like the classic rock stuff, Metallica and Megadeth. But if it's heavy, if it's got some rhythmic stuff to it, it's good.
You don't have the Megadeth shirt on though?
No, I've got this very strong.
Do you have the jean jacket with the Megadeth?
I don't have that. No. You could probably stack that with your fanny pack actually.
Yeah,
I reckon
that'd be a nice combo
with big guns. We can hook you up at this gym.
Right on it. And just because now some people are scared of training with you because you're a headbanger. Can you tell them that you're actually a really nice guy?
I am. I swear.
He's totally nice. Don't worry.
Just if anybody wants to ever talk to me, I'm quite easily approached. Maybe you don't think so, but come and say hello, and I'll say hello.
Gentle giant, as they say.
It's all good.
All right, moving on. We're gonna do this other segment that I've been calling Random Injuries.
Yes! That's awesome! What?
So
you just took one in the jugular, man!
Injuries that I've got over my whole life. This random injury that I'm going to talk about, I can't remember the order of when this happened. I don't know if it happened after my first knee surgery or right before my first knee surgery. But we were out, it was in high school, grade 10, 11. We were outside playing some hacky sack.
Okay.
And I went, and I'll show you with my good leg so I don't screw it up again. With hacky sack, you do sort of the lateral, you do a little lateral like that. So I went to do that with my right leg, and it locked up on me, and I fell down, and Everyone's like,
What do you do?
what the hell's wrong with you? And I'm like,
Oh dear.
hacky sack injury.
That's a bit rough.
Yeah.
To sustain that way, at least.
And my friend, if you're watching, Butcher, I believe he laughed at me while I was cringing in pain.
That's what
He
friends
thought
are
it
for.
was pretty funny that I had a hacky sack injury, and so that helped lead to probably my the first knee surgery or the second knee surgery. I don't know, one of those. That's my random injury. How about, do you have any random injuries you would like to share other than a eye socket
I think that
fracture?
my eye socket is probably the most famous one.
You don't want to share any drunk injuries? I don't have any of those, of course.
I'm not going to share any, but I will share my right foot. I was working one night and I was going outside, and when I walked, I rolled my ankle.
Oh yes.
And I broke my metatarsal, and I tore and ripped all the ligaments around my ankle. And that was me off my feet for about 8 weeks, I think, and I kind of had to learn how to walk again,
Right.
which was not favourable.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that was pretty random. I didn't expect that to happen to me.
So I've messed my ankles up really bad, leading to a reconstructive ankle surgery.
Great.
Also, because I did in all the lateral ligaments
Yeah,
on a bad ankle sprain playing basketball. That's another injury, I guess. I actually had,
What size were your feet?
I didn't have these on, but I had Jordans that looked like these
Yeah.
on, but I didn't do them up.
Okay.
And I was out dunking. My dad had a basket that you could lower so you could dunk on it.
Yeah.
And I was dunking on it, and then I landed on this curb and just straight over on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyway, I've experienced a lot of injuries, and that's what got me into this field in the first place. So I guess I should be thankful for
in
all
some
of
way.
it. Yeah. All right. I think we'll do one more segment today. It's
Okay.
going to be a health rant. So
Okay.
I'm known to go on health rants every now and then.
Let's have it.
Health rant.
For lunch today, I was up in the lunchroom stinking it up
Good.
with sardines.
Fish.
So I'm a big sardine fan, and I don't like to be a downer, but I am very environmental, and I am concerned about fish and how many fish are left in the ocean, let's say.
Yeah, that's fair.
And this health rant centers around the fact that it drives me crazy that we have to have 6 all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants in 300 meters of downtown Toronto. And the reason that really bugs me, and I love sushi,
Love it.
but I do not eat it that much just because I do think that the fisheries are collapsing. But the thing is, with the all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants, you see so much waste. You know, someone will go up, they'll put some stuff on their plate, then they go sit down, and maybe they get full, or they just decide that they didn't want that after all, and then it gets thrown in the garbage. This perfectly good fish. And that just drives me insane. Personally, I don't go to all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants because it bugs me. I'm not saying it's bad if you do. I'm just saying I don't think we need so many of them.
Well, I guess for the most of the Asian community, they love their food.
Right.
I do like all-you-can-eat sushi. We don't have very many of them back home, but I just love salmon and the white
Oh,
tuna.
it's delicious and it's nutritious. It is great. But I have seen some documentaries. There's one you might want to check out. It's called End of the Line.
Okay.
You don't watch it if you want a feel-good movie, but it's and this came out years ago, but it talked about how it's estimated that like 90% of the world's fish population, the large fish, are gone. So there's like 10% left, and tuna would be included in that.
Yeah.
So when you go to the grocery store and tuna costs $1 for a can of tuna, it should actually be like $5 or like it doesn't price in the way that's going. So anyway, sorry to be a downer, but I just think that, you know, it's okay to eat fish, but I don't know about the all you can eat. And I have been all you can eat, so I'm, I can't come down on people because I do it too. I just think there's so much waste there. So if you do go to an all you can eat, just take what you can eat. Don't pile a whole bunch of stuff on
to go back up
and then throw it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Good advice.
So just to wrap it up here then, Will, could you maybe give a tip to our viewers, audience? It could be on nutrition, could be on working out.
Do you have an elastic band?
Do I right here? Why, yes, I do have an elastic band.
Boom. Okay, so I seen this from a trainer that I follow online, and I think this is a very useful piece of information for people who are starting out by themselves, and anybody who wants to change how their body looks should pay attention to this, and it's tension on your muscle. So when a lot of people train, if you think of this as being the muscle, they're going to come in and you're going to explode and then drop, explode and then drop, and there's no negative or eccentric portion to your lift. Okay, so if you want to maintain tension on your muscle, this is what we're looking for. Training, nice tempo through the muscle, making sure that you can feel the muscle work the whole time instead of coming in, boom, boom.
Nice visual.
Start. Okay, so
that is a great visual. I love that.
That's an important tip, I guess, for people who are starting out. Just remember to keep tension on your muscle, not on your joints, not on your tendons.
And time under tension.
Time under tension. A safe tempo to start with is 4 seconds down, 1 or 2 seconds up. So a 4-0-2-0. That's a good place to start, I think.
Nice one.
In terms of nutrition, water is probably the first thing that I go to for people. First thing you do in the morning is hydrate your digestive system. It dehydrates overnight. Drink water.
Yeah.
Drink water. Simple. And then
so easy to do. Just
so
do
easy
it.
to do. Make sure you drink water across your day. I guess for food, the majority of our people are trying to lose perhaps a little bit of fat, a little bit of belly fat perhaps. I think a good place to start for that is a carb backload. That's, in my opinion, what I will use with a lot of my clients. So I'll keep your carbs for perhaps your last meal of your day and have you eating more healthy fats, nuts, oils, etc. through the start of your day to the midday, etc., etc. It keeps your hormones
more
balanced.
satiated.
Yeah. And you, like, a lot of people have important jobs over here where they don't want to feel that dip.
Mm-hmm.
So leave your carbs to your last meal, in my opinion.
Cool, I like it. I haven't heard that one before, so I love hearing new ideas. All right, thanks for joining me. So we'll wrap this up now. If you enjoyed this, please leave us some comments at the bottom. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
It's also, I'm going to be putting these on like Stitcher and Apple, iTunes and all that. I haven't got it up yet, but if you're listening, then you've already got it up there.
Good stuff.
You're in the archives now, I guess. And this is the last podcast. You're going to see me with glasses on because I'm going for the laser eye surgery tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. Oh, funny story about that. So, another sponsorship opportunity, LASIK MD, ba-bam. Funny thing is, you go there for the consult.
Yeah.
It's very professional. They take you through tons of different tests, and then they tell you, are you a candidate? Here's what we think is going to help you, all that. So, I thought it was great. And then they get to the sales pitch where they, Now, I'll just sum it up for you. So it's like, you can go with the laser, or you can go with the good laser. Which one would you like? I think I'll go with the advanced laser. So yeah, I'm going with the advanced all laser, customized specifically to my cornea. So I'm looking forward to it. That's happening tomorrow.
All the best.
Thank you. All right, so until next time,
thanks, guys.
Get your health on. Boom.